Okay, this is a very quick video. And the video is really about the engagement of you and your world, yeah, and it's just maybe to help center yourself. You don't have to do it if you're not. The name of the planet, yeah, what we call this planet, yeah, we call it Earth. But I'd like you to consider the order of the vowels. I think they're incorrect. Yeah, it's ERTH. Yeah. So when I speak about the planet or whatever, and my relationship with the thing, yeah, would be ERTH, because the A is already inside, so I don't need to express it that way. But if I was to consider Earth and everything in it, then it would be spelled AERTH. Yeah. In a similar way was how Egypt was originally spelled, AEGYPT, yeah. But to take the order out misconstrues the connection, if you know what I mean. It may not seem like a lot, but when we come on later on to speak about VSO or SOV structures and how you structure your nouns, your verbs, and your objects, it makes a big difference. And I'd like you to consider something else very briefly. The only way we can explain, now this is for people who've already come through on the videos, yeah, on the videos I've done. The only way we can explain Göbekli Tepe, there's one way of explaining. It's my view, so that's a get out of jail for me, really. It's my view. My view is that the only way we can explain Göbekli Tepe and the migration, the west-east migration, and the Stone Age commencements and artifacts and what have you, both east and west of the Atlantic. Yeah, we have to put Atlantis into the picture. We have to put it back. We have to put it in. Otherwise, the explanation is more difficult. Why didn't I come on to this? Egypt. Yeah, but. So, in my view, I'm not talking about a huge, it's already described a little bit in Plato, yeah, but I'm not talking about a huge migration. It's just migration over thousands of years. That's all, and that migration will go up to Dacia, into Iran, possibly into the Indus Valley and whatever like this. It's already stated, yeah, and it'll go up there. You get it in Scythia, you get it in northern China and stuff like this. But there are all signatures still there in China and those cities, particularly in Turkey and Iran and in Scythia, Scythia, north of the Caucasus, and funny enough, down the west side of Africa, yeah. And that would be, and the Berbers as well. They're all kicked in. They're all sort of this. No, I'm not saying so that you'd have that whole type thing. But the Canaanites, the Phoenicians, and all the all that lot, everybody, including the Hebrews, including Judea, and Judea is just the Jew object. Yeah, the idea, yeah, it's a little bit different in real life. We know there are different peoples and stuff like that, and they all share a common custom and convention, and that's their gig. So, for me anyway, that's it. But I don't like my connection to that all time. It's a different culture, I prefer the west-east Atlantean view, actually, and makes things an awful lot easier, especially when you start talking about the Astarte and the Jesus connection, yeah. So that all wipes in, and the fact that he lived in Galilee and not in Judea, because Judea then was just, it was the Roman it was a node, you know what I mean. Everybody had to go to Jerusalem to do business, perhaps, and it was just one of those things, no other point. So anyway, and why did I get onto that? Yes, it was just really for you to connect yourself back. Earth, and think of Earth as AERTH. That's the objective, the idea, yeah. But Earth, my Earth, is ERTH, because the A is in here, ERTH, all outside. And if that type of engagement, and you use that type of thing, it might sort of help your sense of, as an initial grab, as maybe grabbing yourself and maybe trying to, if you are happy with that. What I'm saying is that if you are happy with that type of internal external connection, with that I've just described, well then possibly use that as on which to build, in which you build and create substitutes for the other derivatives that are already out there that are premised on zero. Does that make sense? It won't to anybody who doesn't watch the videos that I've done. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Thank you.